Every organization I know already has a human AI operating model. You didn't design it, it designed it for itself. One deployment at a time, one team's judgment call at a time, one agent at a time. Which means that somewhere in your business right now, an agent is doing something nobody explicitly authorized. And somewhere else, few highly paid people are reviewing output that the AI anyway gets right 99.8% of the time. What we are seeing today, or what we are going to talk about today, is how to replace that accident with a structural decision. A deliberate answer to the question that you haven't got the right answer to yet. What should be our appropriate human plus AI operating model? Where human and AI agents are working collaboratively to realize ROI ambitions without taking extraordinary risk. So let's look at things in a little more detail before we get into the framework approach. Now, here's what we keep seeing across the industry. Most enterprises treat AI as a tool, a very expensive tool, rather than an actor in the work. And as we know, tools do not scale past pilots. Actors would do. Second challenge that we see is pilots stall on the way to production, not because the AI underperforms, but because no one designed the operating model around it. And when no human clearly owns the AI's output, accountability evaporates and trust goes with it silently. And even if the model is deliberate, it is set once on the launch day, but never revisited thereafter. And this is when Moore's law is already in effect for AI, and the AI is getting demonstrably better every week, if not days. Our AI operating model never even tries to catch up. And that is why it matters how do we define this unified human AI operating model. For us, an operating model is a structured framework for the degree of human AI collaboration, set by potential consequences that you may face when you use AI, overall maturity of processes and your organization as well, frequency of decisions that your organizations make and you are bringing AI into, regulatory landscape that you find yourself in, and organizational readiness towards AI. Well, the degree is the key word here because the AI landscape is not static and neither should be the AI operating model that you build. So, now let's look at the core of the framework and see it as a dial, not a switch, because you cannot turn on and off your operating model. It evolves as the environment changes, as your ambitions changes, as your capability changes. So let's first go around the wheel and you get the six questions every operating model must answer. And we try to answer this through six dimensions. First, structure. Who leads the scope? Who audits what AI did? Who makes a decision? Everything is related to your structure. Second, processes. Do we have processes defined? How mature are they? What do we need to control? Whether it's outcomes or every step that we need to control, or we are good with just auditing end to end. Third comes people. People are at the center of this human AI operating model. That's why they are important. So, who owns the result? Who reviews it? Who is accountable for AI actions? What skills are required? And what are the roles when human and AI agents are working hand in hand? Next one is technology and data. Is the tech and data landscape ready for AI? Does it support faster data driven decisions already? Can it enable autonomous agents with full audit trails? Or you need to do something about it, or you need to modernize it? Then comes governance. It's very important to adopt AI sustainably, that you have the right governance in place and your operating model is aligned with it. So, a question you ask, do we have rule based guardrails or audit driven oversights? Is an escalation matrix exist, or you need to define it for agentic AI? And the final thing is performance. Because if nothing gets measured, there's nothing that you can show. So here, what outcome metrics can you have for humans and AI? And crucially, can you measure and detect the drift that AI agents will encounter over time? Because agents are fast learners. They are not if and else rule based systems. They will evolve, they will learn. But important thing is, can you detect them when they drift positively or negatively? Then you move from the center outward. Here, each ring is an entire operating model in itself. The red inner ring is the human in the loop. I'm sure you have heard of it. Here, the human decides, the AI assist. Every step gets the human sign off. However, you cannot live here for a long. And I heard it so many times. Our guiding principle, our strategic guiding principle is human in the loop always. Well, you cannot sustain it. Forget it, because it doesn't scale. So you have to move to the next one. Otherwise, leave it. The next one is blue middle ring. And 70 to 80% of your use cases will be here. It is human on the loop. Here, AI acts and human monitors. Only the exceptions, the low confidence cases, get escalated to a person. Things start scaling here. However, to realize the full potential of AI, you need to strive to the next one further. Because while human in the loop could be there for most of the use cases, there's another destination that you should strive to go on, and that is greener outer ring. It is the human out of the loop, fully automated system, because AI runs the processes end to end. Human audits it after the fact, and that's why it is important that every use case, every capability, uh, every piece of code that goes into the greener outer ring, that earns its places. And that's where, when people say uh, that outer ring is a loss of control, they might be right at times, but mostly they are wrong, because it's what earned trust look like. If you have gradually moved from red inner ring to greener outer ring, then your use cases, your capabilities must have earned that trust. And it should be that way, because that is uh, how AI evolves. Now, the question you may be facing is, how do you pick a ring? If you think it is based on judgment, well, try that out. We have done it many times. That would be wrong. Here, two variables do most of the work: error consequences of using AI and process maturity where AI is applied. How badly can you get hurt if mistakes happen, if something goes wrong? And second, how mature is the process and do we actually understand it well? These two set the first cut and find out which operating model works for that particular process or capability first. And the good thing is, when we tested, when we scored real processes on our assessment rubric, most of them did not land in cautious red ring. They land around human in the loop, that is the blue ring. However, what I have also seen, we systematically over supervise in those cases, just to show that we are managing our risk. After that, the other four variables that you see are modifiers. They fine tune the right model for you. If you are in highly regulated environment, it will pull you inward towards red ring because you need more human oversight. However, if organizational maturity is high or if it is low, that will cap how far out you can credibly go today. The frequency of decisions will determine will also kind of fine tune the model. If high frequency of actions, of transactions, of decisions practically demands automation. No one reviews 10,000 decisions a day or 10,000 transactions a day. And AI confidence is the last one because culturally, how confident you and your organization is, employees are towards AI, is what makes the outer ring livable. So, finally, let me leave you with one idea. This is not three designs, it is one framework with a dial, not a switch. And when the dial moves, today's red ring process becomes next year's blue ring. And eventually, most of your processes indeed are eligible to go to green, provided they move gradually. Because as process maturity and AI confidence grow, the work itself migrates outward. The placement you choose today is a starting position. It is not a final verdict, which means the organizations that win with AI won't be the ones with the best models. They will be the ones who know exactly when to let it go. So think about it. So at the end, if you are looking for the full blueprint to maximize AI's value with the right human plus AI operating model, contact us. Email me at mjan@strategichorizon.net.